Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Let It Die. In the previous episode we had taken out the mid-boss Cohen and reached floor 4, Takahara, and also unlocked a new feature in the game. Tokyo Death Metro. Thank for you playing Let It Die. Okay, English. From today, this new online battle mode will allow players to experience the thrill and violence of fighting it out head to head. Access the Metro Front for more details. Metro Front, a terminal managed by railway employee Tetsuo. Your access point for everything related to the Tokyo Death Metro. The Underworld. View which teams are making a splash in the Underworld based on aggregate data. Waiting Room. Place fighters that you own or enhance and upgrade your defense facilities. Defense Simulation. You can also run a trial attack on your waiting room, looking for weaknesses. Attack. Select a destination and attack it. Reports. View reports on defense, attacks and fights. Rankings. View a variety of rankings.
Here we go. Thank you for using the Tokyo Death Metro. You'll be stationed here from today. My name's Tetsuo. Let me jump straight into the details. You'll be able to access other waiting rooms when using the Death Metro. Take a moment for yourself before the action begins. This thrilling route lets you raid them when nobody is home. First, you need to choose your team and complete registration. Teams consist of yourself and fellow players divided into regional groups. Play fair now. You can choose any region, so be daring and choose carefully.
Alrighty. That's some nightmare fuel right there. So we can choose a team. Now, it's important to note there are teams with a lot of people in them and teams with very few people in them. Now, it seems the teams with many people in them, like California and Tokyo, seem to get into quite a lot of battles. So if you're interested in the PvP part of the game, the Tokyo Death Metro, you might want to join a team with a lot of players, like California, Tokyo. I'm not sure if I should join California. I think I'm not going to join California. I'll be showing off the functions in TDM now, but apart from that, I don't want to get raided constantly. I think California people get raided a lot. So I'm just gonna pick my team that I'm using usually. Where are these guys? Can I like... okay. Oh yeah, it's alphabetical. So go for you. I'll go and join the UK again. Changing team to UK, are you sure? I'll go ahead and say yes.
Thank you for registering. Your special team flag will be put inside your waiting room soon. Do them proud. You can change your team at no cost, just once. But after that, you'll be charged. So be warned. Please enjoy Tokyo Death Metro's luxury attack liner. Oh, and as a special bonus, your first ride is free. Head to this ticket machine, the Metro Front, whenever you're ready. Let's jump in a moment.
Okay. So I think I'm going to be showing off the features available at TDM this episode. Go ahead and upgrade my, well, level up my fighter up a little bit. Vitality, which is more defense. There we go. Got a couple of healing items, a bit of armor equipped. Should be fine, right?
Thank you for riding with us today. Let's get to another waiting room. Since you're new, let's not give you a time limit.
Okay, so this seems like a fighting tutorial. Attacking Yotsu Labo. Are you sure? Any rewards over the maximum amount will be lost.
Off we go! Have a good one.
How to attack. Pay the fare from the metro front and you can take the train to go and attack other players' waiting rooms. The other players' fighters will be waiting for you. Fight your way through them and invade their waiting room. Destroy your target's Buffalo Bank and Splithium tank and plunder the contents. There is a time limit on attacks. You will automatically retreat once the time limit is reached. Defeat defending fighters during an attack or destroy the opponent's player's kill bank or Splithium tank. Okay, to increase the rate of destruction cost. Rewards. The rewards you obtain differ depending on how much of the target's Buffalo Bank and Splithium tank you destroy. One moment. I'm gonna turn off the music, because for some reason if I turn off the radio it doesn't really have any effect here. Well, looks like I can't continue reading that right now. Well, bugger. Oh, we'll read the rest of that later. So yeah, you're attacking someone else's waiting room, so you're taking your metro line to someone else's base. They can set up a certain amount of defenders. They can set all of their defenders to defend their base, and you have to raid their base. Now, pretty often there'll be defenders in this area, but right now it doesn't look like there are any. And the goal is to break 2 targets.
Suck this down.
So there's the first defender. That's another one. Plonk. Damn, he's got quite a few defenders. Now usually you have a time limit to do this, 3 minutes I believe, and your main objective would be to break these objects here. The kill coin storage. Damn it. Can he hit me from there? Okay, looks like he can. So break their kill coin storage. There you are. taken him out. And then you'll break their splithium storage tank. And that's the main objective. After you've broken these two, you've basically won the raid. Now sometimes you'll find that these cubicles can also be broken when there's fighters captured by the enemy. You can release those. If the fight doesn't end after you've defeated all the enemies and taken out the storage tanks, it means there's something else to do. Like you've got a fighter to be released over here, or you've got a fighter who can be captured, like this one.
Die!
So we'll go ahead and capture him. The time limit, and you'll have one, I believe, if you're over 80% base destruction, or if you've destroyed their splithium tank and buffalo bank.
Well done. That was a great fight. The fighter you caught is in the restroom. Go ahead and check in on them.
Alright. Captives. If other players' fighters who you have captured finish resetting in your restroom, they will then become your own fighters. A certain amount of time is required in order to complete resetting captured fighters. You will also harvest some splithium during the reset. Releases. If you are attacked and your restroom is destroyed, all captured fighters will return to their original players. On the other hand, attacking another player's waiting room can destroy their restroom to free all the fighters held there. When that happens, you can also steal any stocked splithium from the restroom. Okay, so you can check in on fighters using this display. Obtained 1 splithium from resetting. Okay, at the right side of the screen you can see the stats of the fighter you've captured. So this guy is a 1-star collector. He's level 1 as well. You can capture people of higher levels. This guy's not going to be freed by anyone because he's Yotsuyama is the tutorial capture. So he doesn't really belong to any real player. So no one's going to release this guy. You start off having 1 restroom spot for captured fighters. And you have to increase, you have to upgrade your tutorial that I missed out on earlier. Let's see, TDM Bible. Oh yeah, it's in a different set of tutorials. So I've got the Barb's Bible for tutorials on the PvE aspect of the game, and then TDM Bible for the PvP aspect. So Tokyo Death Metro. How far did I get? I'd read that. How to attack. Destruction. Rewards. So this is where I was. The rewards you obtain differ depending on how much of the target's buffalo bank and splithium tank you destroy. Please be aware, if the reward you obtain exceeds the space available in your buffalo bank or splithium tank, you will not receive the reward. That makes sense. Win or lose. Oh yeah, okay, here. Causing at least 50% destruction to the waiting room you are attacking results in a successful attack. Okay, so it's actually quite forgiving. Let's see. Win or lose, causing 50% destruction. TDM points. Okay. Retreat. During an attack, you can return to the train doorway and press X to retreat. After arriving, you can only retreat after a set amount of time has passed. Direct Hell Express members may retreat at any time. Okay, so if you're paying for the game, you got the monthly pass or a day tester pass, you can retreat like straight away. Capture. When you defeat a defending fighter, they will sometimes go into a near-death state. Press X when close to a near-death fighter, and you can pick them up. Carrying them back to the train that allows you to capture them, etc., etc. That's what we just did. Facing death. If your fighter dies during an attack, you will lose all of the rewards you have stolen prior to that point, along with all your equipment and items. Be careful during an attack. Okay, now that point is very important. Just about everything on your fighter will be taken from you if you lose an attack, which can be, it can get quite expensive. So you'll lose any equipped decals that are non-premium. If you lose a TDM raid, you'll lose all of the items in your death bag and any experience that your fighter has. So they'll just lose like everything. Of course, they'll still be the level that you've leveled them at, and they'll keep any premium decals. But yeah, if you're attacking and you're on the ropes, then it's probably better to just try and avoid damage for as long as you can. Wait out the 1.5 minutes, I believe, before you can retreat, and then take the loss and retreat. If you retreat, you won't lose any gear. Tokyo Death Metro Direct Hell Express. Okay, so this is the premium Tokyo Death Metro if you're using one of the passes. Players who are members of the Direct Hell Express are fully supported when using TDM. The newest trains, Direct Hell Express members can ride for free. When riding, players have access to the BC 256 high-tech train. Immerse yourself in the clean and pleasant atmosphere of this delightful vehicle as you head out to attack. Insta-retreat. Usually a raiding fighter has to wait a set amount of time before being able to retreat, but Direct Hell Express members can withdraw at any time they like. So if you ever think this opponent is way too strong, or I could take this chance to capture a fighter, then the instant retreat service would be really helpful to you. Alright, I think how much kill coins have I got? I may not have enough kill coins to do another attack. Well, let's have a look at the menus in Tokyo Death Metro. Now, you can tell from a distance at the TDM display whether your team is at war. There's the team colors up there. That's United Kingdom. So you can tell from a distance whether you're at war or not. The displays will be flashing red when you're at war with an enemy team.
Thank you for riding with us today.
Okay, so this is the main menu. You'll see we've gotten past the tutorial, so this menu will always be available from now on. So you notice in the middle you have the screen centered on your own team, which in my case is United Kingdom. And on the right you'll see the hate info, which is how close to being at war with other teams you are. The teams with the highest chance of starting a war will be shown on that part. And I believe the red bar is how much they've been attacking you to increase hate. You increase hate with other teams, increases the likelihood of there being a war breaking out between teams by attacking people from those, from raiding people with those teams. So the top team on the right has a red hate bar, so they've been attacking us more than we've been attacking them. But we're getting pretty close to having the two bars meet or break out. And yeah, this is not something you really have to keep an eye on. Wars just, they happen relatively frequently. So just take a look at the display from a distance, the TDM, and if it's red, then you know you're in a war and you can go and participate. So you can check info on your team. So the top players on your team are on this list, team members. You can change display, so you can check what the main fighters look like. You can change team, so you look at a different team. You've got the options at the bottom of the screen. The buttons explain what they do and what will happen. So the raid, you can go and do a raid Tokyo Death Metro. The options I'll be using, well, the most important things are the waiting room and the raid. So raid is you can go and attack someone. Waiting room is you can set up your defense, and a very important feature of the game, you can upgrade your base. So defense settings, defense simulation, those are Tokyo Death Metro functions, but buying equipment, that'll influence your base. So here are 4 things that can be increased, upgraded. You can upgrade the restroom, which will allow you to capture more enemy fighters. At the moment we can only capture and reset one fighter, the fighter freezer. Increasing this will allow you to have more fighters. That's I'd say the most important function, especially early on. And you can also increase the capacity of the bank, the Buffalo Bank for your kill coins, and the splithium tank for your splithium. So the bank, if we upgrade this, would go from 50,000 kill coins maximum capacity to 60,000. The splithium tank would go from 50 also to 60,000. They both cost equally much to upgrade, and they take a time to upgrade. I don't know how long it will take, but I'm not going to upgrade them yet. I'm going to save my splithium to upgrade the fighter freezer. But yeah, this is an important feature of the game here. This will be very important going on, upgrading these waiting room functions. Let's have a look at the raid. So doing raid. Now at the moment it looks like I've only got option to do random raids, but more functions will come available soon, I think. So the left middle side of the screen you can see the name and the team of the people you're fighting, and how much their rank is in Tokyo Death Metro, and how much kill coins and splithium they own. So that's the amount you would be able to steal from them if you win the fight. So this guy's actually got quite a good amount of kill coins, 3,521, and his Death Metro rank is 25 in bronze. So I'll gain 32 points for attacking him. At the middle bottom of the screen you'll see the cost to do the raid. So wait a minute, attacking, are you sure? Any reward? Capture fighter. Cannot capture fighters if the restroom is full. Okay, let's go ahead.
Here we go.
I'm not sure how difficult it will be to win this fight. I don't know if he's got any defenders. These are things you don't know in advance. You can set up, I think it's up to 8 defenders, or maybe even 10 defenders. We've already got 10 fighters, so 9 defenders. Okay, so he set up a defense of a naked fighter level 25. A 1-star all-rounder. Okay, we've taken him out. And the barrier drops. That means there's no more defenders in this room. When you set up a defense, you have 2 rooms to defend. You've got the room with the train tracks, and then you've got the waiting room itself. So the fighters in this room before the barrier drops down and gives you access to their resources. Here's another defender. They don't have anything equipped. Oh. Awesome. Okay, I think we've got free access to their stores. I can destroy now. Oh boy. This takes a while to take out with the level of damage I have got. Took out the splithium tank. Moving on to the Buffalo Bank. It's level 5, so they may have upgraded it a couple of times. No, don't know if I'll be able to make this on time. Well, I've got 1 minute left. When the timer runs out, the fight will automatically be over. Try and break this as much as I can. But I'll let the timer run out and show you what happens at that point. Now when I break this, the raid will be automatically over and the win will be given to me. I'm going to leave it at that. At this point, we would be able to retreat if we wanted to. So you can see the door of the train is open, so we could retreat if we wanted to. It opens after 1.5 minutes. Here we see our progress. 88% on the bank. And our rewards come in. Awesome. I think that's going to be it for this episode.